All right, welcome to week one of Mastering Your Strengths. So, I am going to be putting together a full 4 week course here to help you master your strengths. See, what's happening right now is so many of us have challenges, goals, desires to do something more, to ultimately get more out of our life. And one of the things that we do is we immediately abandon what's already working with who we are. So we try to become something we're not. And ultimately, what that does is we hold ourselves back. So if you're watching this right now and there's something that you want more of, you're trying to grow maybe a business, or you're trying to improve a relationship, or even you're trying to, actually meet a personal health challenge of some sort. This challenge is for you. This week, this first week is for you. And we start this challenge. Well, I shouldn't say this challenge, but we start this training on Wednesday. But what I'm going to give you right now is week one. You're going to get week one right here, right now, because I am just so pumped about helping people unleash their best self. So we start Wednesday, February 19th, but this is week one. You get to actually get started right now to go ahead and start with week one and mastering your strengths. Okay, so first off, let me get clear about what it is that we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this. Okay. So week one of mastering your strengths, we're talking about this. Okay. This strength report. Okay. So this strength report is an example of a person's best self. So when you're trying to overcome a goal, overcome a challenge, or achieve a goal, or grow a network marketing business, or even launch or grow a coaching business, whatever it is you're trying to do, you want to do it with your strengths, because what happens is there are going to be so many people out in the world that are going to try to convince you that these strengths that you have here aren't enough. And when we have our own self-doubt to work against, we get very susceptible to what other people do. And just to give you an example, one of the things I see quite often is so many people who are trying to build, like, for example, build their network marketing business right now. And I've got a lot of friends that are reaching out to me and asking me about this, where they're using tools that really don't utilize their strengths. I'm just going to say that. They're utilizing tools that don't focus on their strengths. A good example is you're spending a lot of time building something technical, like websites and funnels and lead magnets, for example, when your strengths call for your ability to be a better connector of people. Now, I'm not saying those things are bad. In fact, those things are very helpful. I use them myself. But if this is not your strengths and you're looking to overcome a challenge right now and you're looking to focus, what you'll want to do, and I'm telling you right now, what you'll want to do instead is focus on this right here, which is your best self. What I'm going to talk about in this video here is how to start the process of connecting to your best self rather than utilize something that is just not you. You know, I'm going to give you my own personal story on this. Back in 2013, I was working a full-time job my schedule was awesome, by the way. My schedule was from about 6 a.m. to about 2 p.m. And I was working that full-time job because I wanted to be able to be home in the afternoon to be with my kids. But during that time, my wife was really working hard to grow our network marketing business. And she was crushing it. And I was attending calls with her, obviously doing trainings with her. And I was even inviting some of the people that I thought would be interested in what we had to offer to show her as well. But what I did during that time is I was constantly watching, constantly learning as she was growing the business, and she was doing so many great things. Well, I got to quit my job, come home full time. That was November of 2013. That was the last time I ever worked for someone else ever again. So that was November, like I said, November 2013. And I'm like, all right, I want to be great at this. And I've watched what my wife did, and I started to say, okay, I can do that. And I invited people to our trainings, our presentations, sharing what we had to offer. And all I did was copy what I saw her do. And the reason why I did that, because I saw that what she was doing was proven to work. How many of you all do that right now? Or you're looking at what someone else does and you're saying, well, that's proven, so I'm going to do that, instead of leaning on what you're already good at. And so for me, it came down to this one event. So I invited somebody to our house to come learn about what we had to offer. And I was so pumped because I had proof that doing this business helps you quit your job and then allows you the time and the money and the energy to be able to do more things. I had proof. And so she came in our home, sat down, and we started talking about what it is that we're doing. And I started going over it, and I started talking. I started to realize that it wasn't working. She wasn't getting it. So I started to talk more, and I started to repeat more of the things I heard my wife say over and over again while my wife is sitting right next to me. And so the woman's in front of me and my wife is over here, and I'm talking. And by the time we're done and I'm finally going, I don't know what else to say anymore, she grabs this little piece of paper I had given her that had some information on it. And she goes, thank you so much. I'm going to think about this. And I knew right away it had gotten bad. It had gone really bad because I saw her like practically run out of my house. Okay. And she leaves the house. And after she left, I knew right away this had gone horribly wrong. So I come back up the stairs, and I look my wife in the eye, and she goes, what the hell was that? And I was so furious in that moment. I looked at her and I said, don't talk to me right now. And I turned and I went into my office, which was an extra bedroom that we had turned into an office. And I sat at my desk and I was just furious. And I knew at that point that I could not do this her way. I couldn't do this the way that I saw someone else who had a proven way. I couldn't. I knew I had completely screwed it all up. And I had screwed it all up, and I decided that's it. I've got to figure out how to do this my way. I've got to figure out how to do this in a way that is true to who I am and how I want to do things. And it wouldn't be for another like a couple of years before I got introduced to this. And that's what, like, to me, it's like insane. Like, if somebody would have just showed this to me during that moment, I wouldn't have wasted that woman's time. I mean, I keep thinking about how that woman, when she left our house, she would never understand just how awesome of a thing that we had available for her, because this moron right here completely botched it. So when we're talking about this week one, which is mastering your strengths, this right here is about stop trying to do things the way other people do them. Learn the principles and do it your way. And it's not just network marketing. It's not just coaching. It's everything. Everything. So let's talk about what would be this week one. Week one is, first for me, I want to teach you how to overcome the fear of dreaming big. This is the biggest problem that I see. So many people right now, like you right now, I want you to think about this right now. If there's something that you want, how many times have you started to go, oh, I want this? And then the moment you dream big, you bring it down. Like you reduce the goal. You lower the expectation. You lower the thing that you want to see happen. And most of us do that because we don't like how we react when we set a big goal, right? And we don't like how we shut ourselves down or become abusive or even start saying things like, I can't, right? So if you're right now in that situation, then I've got something that'll help. So in lesson one of week one, I want to help you overcome this fear of dreaming big. I want to teach you how to dream really big and do it in a way that inspires you to continuously move instead of shut down. And it starts with this. What is it that you truly want? So if you're watching this live right now and you're watching this on the recording, or you're getting this in an email, what I want you to do is stop right now and ask yourself, what is it you truly want? What do you actually care about? Too many of us set goals in a very weird way. We set goals like, I want to make more money, or I want to have a better relationship with a spouse, or I want to lose weight. We set goals kind of funny. And the reason why we set goals that way is because that's how we were taught. So we sit there and we try to set like an unrealistic goal, because what we've done is we've said, okay, well, if I know that if I get this goal, if I get this thing, then I will feel a certain way. And I'm telling you right now, that's not going to help. It's not. I know it. You're going to sit here and go, oh, Eddie, I just want something that'll help me make more money. right? Well, look, if you want something that's going to help you make more money, I can give that for you. In fact, I even have a training available right now that'll help you learn how to do sales, and the cost of it is less than lunch. But that thing is that if you want to learn how to sell, for example, then what I want to ask you is, what is it that you truly want that ability to do for you? That's what dreaming big is about. That's what setting real goals is about. Is about saying, okay, well, if I get this, then I will have that. You see, that's the whole reason why people don't set goals. It's because the goals are not attached to something, a passion, something that they truly want. And so what I want you to do is ask yourself, what is it you truly want? And you can start with, well, if I lose weight with this challenge I have coming up, then I will feel or have what? And that's what you actually want. Or if you can say, well, I want to grow my network marketing business and I want to rank advance to this rank and make this much money every month. Awesome. Great. When you do that, then what? Then what? And that's more close to what you truly want. And that's what I want to hear from you. What is it you truly want? If you're growing a coaching business, right? And you're like, I want to get 5 clients this week paying me $1,000 each. Awesome. Great. When you get that, then what? And that's what you truly want. That's a lot closer to what you truly want. And what I want to be clear with you is that if you are aware of what that is, then you want to pursue that with that intention. In fact, you can actually have that right away. So let's move on to the next piece. What doubt about you or others comes up? Okay, so it's going to come in the form of I can't, or I can't because or I can't because they. I want you to pay attention to that doubt that's coming up right now. See, this is where people get uncomfortable. This is why so few people actually achieve the success that they truly want, because they're terrified of this moment right here, facing this doubt. And the reason why we're terrified to face doubt, self-doubt about ourselves or doubt about others, the people that are, a part of this goal that we want, the reason why we're afraid to face this is because we don't have an actual system or a plan on how to use doubt. So right now, if you're watching this and you're already freaked out and you're thinking about scrolling or leaving, I'm asking you to stick around and face the doubt that shows up when you set a goal. I'm asking you to face it. Get real about it. What is a doubt about you or others that comes up when you want to do something? I know this is making you uncomfortable, but I'm telling you, this is what pushes you through when you face this. And I'm going to give you an actual step-by-step tool that'll help you use this doubt to move you through, to pass through this, to stop being in fear. What doubt about you or others comes up? And it comes up in the form of this: I can't because or I can't because they. Always. It always shows up this way, subconsciously. And then what that happens is that subconscious thing just holds us back and says, stop. Do this instead. And that's exactly what happened to me. When I had somebody was coming over to my house to hear about this great thing that I had offered, right, that I was about to offer them, immediately my belief was they won't believe me. I can't do this because they won't believe me. I can't do this because I am not successful. I immediately took on that belief. And so when I did that, I chose to try to be like my wife. And that ended up catastrophically. It ruined the presentation. It made this person feel uncomfortable and hate what I was trying to offer. This person couldn't get out of my house fast enough. And so we have to face this. And when you face it, then you now know what to do next, which is, what are your strengths? So what happens is when you come up and you say, I can't because or I can't because they, then you have a next step, which is, okay, what are my strengths? And so then what you do is you go to this strengths report, right here, this strength report. And this strength report is a reminder to you that you can. So when you say, I can't because you can actually change that to I can even though I. Like, I can't because I am not successful. I can even though I'm not successful, and here's how. Right here, these strengths, right? I can't because I, blah. I can even though I, boom, because right here, with these strengths, I can. And when you learn how to say I can and you have proof with your strengths, then you get your next step. The next step is now do it your way. So this is week one of unleashing your strengths, my friends. And so we're going to start on Wednesday, and I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do it your way, how to actually do it with these strengths. And then once we get to that point of understanding, then you're going to practice every day. Practice every day. Practice focusing on what you're good at, knowing step by step that you're enough. And by the way, for those of you that want to use your strengths right now to really focus and stay consistent with a network marketing business, right? What I want to do is I want to offer you an opportunity to learn how to sell. Because what happens is if you don't know how to sell, right? If you don't have the simple fundamentals of selling, then you're going to run into a lot of problems that I did. And by the way, what's beautiful about this fundamental of selling is it's not about saying the things that I would say or doing the things that other salespeople would do. It's actually about helping you understand what is selling. So I'll share that with you. So I've got this right here, and it's connecting their problem with your offer. And so what you do is you use this simple format, the simple step-by-step process to go ahead and actually plug in the things that you offer, and you plug in the things that you can give as bonuses even, and then you turn them into sales. And so I'm going to give you access to this. It's just a couple of worksheets, right? A couple simple worksheets that will help you get clear about what it is you offer and how what you're going to offer people will help them with their health, their relationships, their money, and their belief in themselves. Believe it or not, what you offer helps people with everything. And so you're just going to fill out this simple worksheet. It takes about 5 minutes. I'm actually going to give you a video that walks you through this. And then you're going to summarize what you offer to the people that you offer it to. So you'll learn how to communicate what it is you offer to people so that they will know what it is you are clearly offering them and why they should get it right now. And that's the important thing, right? Why they should get it right now. So these simple worksheets here will, and by the way, for those of you that are offering coaching, this is an extra bonus worksheet that comes with it. For those of you that are doing network marketing, this is a bonus worksheet that goes with it. And you can get all this just for the price of lunch. I'll drop the link. In fact, if you're interested in this right now, I'll drop the link in the comments below. And again, it's like less than lunch. Most lunches I've been to costs a lot more than this. And gosh, what else? Oh yeah, so you'll be able to get this. Plus there's a few extra special little bonuses in there. So I'm going to make you an offer right now to go ahead and go download that so that you can start learning how to sell your way with your strengths. Okay, friends. So that's it. Week one is done. So here's week one. We're starting this on Wednesday. I want you to do this with me. If you want to join me on Wednesday night, you can join us on Wednesday night, or you can just get the recording. Actually, once you get in the group, you can actually start watching the recordings right away. So anyway, we're all done here. Week one of Mastering Your Strengths is complete. Now I want you to go watch this. I'm going to send this in an email so you can have the recording of this, and we'll see you on Wednesday. My friends, I can't wait to see you all. It's going to be awesome. Okay. If you want the training on how to sell and get it for less than the price of lunch, just let me know in the comments. I'll send you the link right away. All right. See you later. Bye, everybody.